Hi guys, I'm Chris Dias from the Dias team, and what I wanted to talk to you guys today about was the top 5 reasons that visit visas get refused and how you can avoid such a refusal. So let's get to it. So the first and probably the most common reason that visit visas get refused is for the financial reasons. Obviously you're coming to the UK, you're going to spend a lot of money coming to the UK, and so the entry clearance officer needs to be convinced that you can afford your trip to the UK and that it's proportionate to your income. So you need to be able to prove your income. You need to be able to show pay slips, bank statements to back up those pay slips, to show receipt of the income, and if you're self-employed, you need to show your tax documents and maybe an accountant's report. Plus, you need to show any savings you may have. So that's really important to prove your financial status and that you can afford your trip to the UK. Secondly, on the same point about income, do you have savings? You need to show those savings, and you can't just show a one-day balance report. You need to show the historical report. So how long has that money been in your account? Can you prove it's been in there for a number of months or number of years? Again, that all goes towards your credibility. Otherwise, they're going to suspect that someone has just lent you that money, it's just show money for the trip, and you're not actually going to be spending that money. You also need to be able to explain the source of that money. For example, if your monthly income from employment is quite low, but you've suddenly got a big amount of money to spend on your trip, where's that come from? Have you got a sponsor? Have you sold some land? Did you do a deal? You've got to be able to explain it and have documents to prove that. The second most common reason for refusal of visitor visas is if the entry officer does not believe you're going to be a genuine visitor. And this can cover a lot of circumstances, and it gives a lot of discretion to the entry clearance officer. But really what they're looking at is they're going to be looking at what are your intentions during your stay. Are you coming for a genuine reason? Do they believe you that you're coming as a visitor? So, for example, if you're being sponsored by somebody, you need a letter from that person, but you also need their ID to prove their status in the UK, maybe a proof of their address if you're going to be staying with them, some bills, council tax bill, maybe their mortgage statement, their pay slips to show if they're going to support you, their bank statement. So it's not enough sometimes to just have the letter of invitation. You need all these letters to prove the credibility of the invitation as well. What's also important to prove that you're a genuine visitor is maybe to draw up a travel itinerary. Are you staying for a few weeks, for a few months? What are you going to do during that time? Is it going to be visiting different people, visiting different places, staying at hotels? You're going to need to show that you've planned it out and you've got a plan of action that looks realistic to the entry clearance officer. Another really important thing is if you're part of a larger tour, for example, you're doing a European tour, that you put in that fact and the evidence of the other visas you have, maybe for other countries, because again, that will go a long way towards your credibility. Number 3, it's really important to prove you have an intention to return to your home country. A lot of applications get refused because the entry officer does not believe the intention of the applicant. So what you need to show is what your ties are to your home country. Do you have a regular job? Do you have a family? Are they traveling with you or not traveling with you? Do you have a letter from your work giving you a certain amount of holiday leave? Are they aware that you're applying to come to the UK? And do they support that application? Are they expecting you back to work on a certain date? If you've got kids with you, are they expected back to school on a certain date? So that's the type of evidence you want to show that you're going to be returning home within a reasonable amount of time, or certainly within the timescale that you're claiming that you're going to spend holiday in the UK. If you're not working, for example, you're a retired person, a parent who's coming to visit their children in the UK, they'd want to see that you have ownership of your home and that you may be part of some sort of social groups, maybe you have responsibilities at your church. And again, what family do you have in your home country? Do you have other children, grandchildren, responsibilities with that? So it's really important to prove that you have this intention to return home and have documents to prove that you're going to do that.